Hey everybody, it's Alex, healthhacksreview.com. So this video is about getting a lipo laser even if you're not interested. So what I'm recommending here is that you have to think about a lipo laser is not just a piece of equipment, health equipment, just like maybe you'd look at some other sort of health equipment that's more closely related to your services, right, at your center. Let me give you an example, okay? Um, let's say you're a physical therapy rehabilitation type clinic, okay? And you purchased an ultrasound device because it's really helpful for inflammation in localized areas, rehabilitating tendon issues. I mean, you get the point. It's very specific to what that business is doing, and you'd expect to see people going there for physical rehabilitation. Okay, this is pretty straightforward stuff, right? But what I'm saying is that with a lot of the clinics, with a lot of the health centers, chiropractor offices, I could go on and on and on, acupuncture clinics, so on and so forth. Most of them that I talk to as business owners are interested in more clients. If you're not interested in more clients, then literally just stop watching this video right now. Okay, so because this video is mainly about, you have to think about a lipo laser as a marketing tool. Okay, not so much about, okay, well, this type of device doesn't quite fit with what I'm doing, and I'm not really overly concerned about helping people lose fat, right, around their midsection or their hips or whatever it is, right, body contouring. But if you and that's okay if you still feel that way after you watch the whole video. But what I'm going to suggest to you is that when it comes to the weight loss industry, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry, okay? And it's a multi-billion-dollar industry because everybody wants to lose fat, lose weight, okay? And when I say everybody, I just mean a large majority of people, okay, can lose a little bit or are unhappy with some areas. So we're talking about a very large demographic, a large market share, just a lot of people. Let's say you're an acupuncturist right now, okay? So as an acupuncturist, you're just targeting specific conditions, right, that acupuncture helps for. And you're also marketing and advertising acupuncture, right? This is pretty straightforward stuff, right? You know your business. But now what about these millions and millions and millions of other people that aren't necessarily interested in acupuncture? They might benefit from acupuncture, but basically the bottom line is, from a marketing standpoint, you're probably just never going to reach them, okay? And also the amount of education it takes and converting them over, it's costly, things like that, and time consuming. What if you just had access? What if you're just able to bring in those millions of people, or target that whole mass of people? And once you have them in your office or in your center, you could then convert them and sell them on the other core services that you do, okay? So I would put to you this test. Here's a perfect example. See, I know from a standpoint what these lipo clinics, lipo laser clinics, or health practitioners that previously had services then brought in a lipo laser, I know exactly what an influx of new people they can get. Okay, it's just statistically, I've averaged it out, just around, if you're around a major city or a town and that type of thing. And I would put to you this, if you're interested in more clients. In 4 hours of work, if you could do 4 hours of marketing work for your business, just 4 hours, do you think you could bring in an extra 50 to 100 new clients, new patients next month? And you're only allowed to work for 4 hours, okay? Or what if I even said you're only allowed to work for 2 hours? Or would you be able to bring in 50 to 100 new people next month? Or even over the next couple months? How much work, or is it even possible that you could do that in your small town or in your big city? If you're in a big city, could you bring in 400 new patients in the next 2 months? How much work would that take? Would you want 400 more people to come to your place, your office, your location. So these numbers may sound big because, yeah, in general, for most of these other health services out there, uh, it's just more challenging for multiple reasons, so this video doesn't get too long, to generate that type of patient, okay? But everybody wants to lose weight. You know, you could throw a stone, and that person probably wouldn't mind losing a few pounds in specific areas, right? Specific areas. We're once again back to body contouring here, okay? But we also know this, just being in the health field, right? We know that a lot of people aren't perfectly healthy, or they have specific health conditions, not just being overweight, but all sorts of other conditions, right? Okay, so what we also know is that at a stone's throw, there's probably potential patients and clients right around us, wherever we're at, for our other, you know, core businesses or our original services that we offer or what we specialize in. We know that, but the question is, how do we actually reach them? So what I'm saying and proposing to you here is that in everything I've studied and looked at, body contouring weight loss is, again, a multi-billion-dollar industry. And having these systems I've seen is extremely effective and very cheap from the standpoint the cost to acquire a customer. Very affordable, and a lot of them, and a lot of buzz, a lot of word of mouth traffic. There's really not a lot of things that come close. In fact, I think like with every health equipment product that I've looked at, this is probably the top as far as just how many people can bring through a door. And the cost to acquire 100 to 400 new clients in 3 months, wow, that can be tremendous. And again, we know that people that are coming in who are a little overweight, right, have a little bit of fat, they're not perfectly healthy. Usually the signs of having a lot of extra weight on the body implies that there's several other conditions this person has, and that they're at a higher risk for other conditions 10 years, 20 years, 30 years out. We know this. So they are, most of these people that come through the door wanting a lipo treatment, 90% of the time, they're also going to want to and should be your client for these other types of health services that you're offering. So that's where you got to look at this. And so, because there's a lot of practitioners that just say a lipo laser. No, I'm not body contouring. It's not what I'm about. That's fine. You don't have to be about that. Do what you do. Have an intern in your place. Have a college student you're paying $9 an hour run the treatments for you, and get some experience, which is helpful to them too for future jobs. So what a lot of these places are doing. You can still focus on, out of those people that come in, just converting them over and just focus on your specialization. You don't have to focus on body contouring at all. This is just an added value service that when you put that added value service in your marketing material or on your website or whatever, it just so happens that that one service is going to bring in more people than all of your other services, most likely. Right? So, as I've said in the other lipo clinic or other lipo video, that with a good machine, the ROI on this is really not that long also. Yeah, these are more expensive pieces of equipment, but there's usually a variety of leasing and financing options. And the ROI for a lot of these is 2 months to 6 months. And if you already have an existing place, a business where you already have existing clients, the ROI on that is very rapid because you already have an existing base and you already have some business knowledge and know-how anyways. So just kind of wanted to really focus on this because this type of equipment really is fantastic for helping a lot of us out there who really want to help people with their health, really want to reach more people. But it's challenging, as you know, and we know that a lot of people need help with their health. And you know what? If they came in for wanting to just lose a little fat in a really lazy, easy way, who can judge them? It doesn't really matter. Now that they're inside the door, form a relationship with them. Form a new relationship with them. And now you can expose them to all sorts of other information, other health information, anything you want to do, right? Anyways, if you have more questions about this type of marketing strategy or different types of brands and companies that I am involved with that I think are probably best for bringing in a lot of people I've seen a lot of good ROI with, send me a message, or you're welcome to try to give me a call, set an appointment. Thanks.